So, let me think. I'm not exactly sure where I want to go with the stream today. I don't know if I want to handle any favors, try to get like some like extra pieces, like extra little bits and bobs to use on my to use for my equipment. But basically, what I'm looking at doing today is because the last time we left off, we got to the top of the mountain. We discovered that the stranger is actually Balder. We've seen two other guys there, which I think that Mir alluded to the fact that they're the sons of Thor and all that stuff. And then, of course, we chop Mimir's head off, and we need to go to the Witch of the Woods to give her the head, so that way she can revive him and we can use him on our journey. So, yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. Guess autosave or whatever, it doesn't seem to matter. I don't know how much time I'm going to take today. I want to try to play some Star Citizen with my roommate, so I'm like currently waiting on him to actually wake up. Also, I guess he goes to bed late and doesn't wake up early on his off days. Unlike me, I actually woke up at like 5 a.m. this morning and was like,
Yona,
well, maybe
we're going to Yona. We're going to find the long-lost realm of the giants. That's...
Inconvenient.
Yeah, that's just what I was going to say.
Anyway, so, you know, I was going to go to the gym, but a recent gym session tore up my fucking arms, and now it's like, can't like fully extend. It kind of like fucking hurts because they're real tight because I hadn't worked biceps in a really long time. At least that way, like isolating them like that. And now I'm paying the price in soreness, which is fine, you know, like, it's whatever. But I was like, you know, maybe I'll just instead, I'll just do things a different way. So, instead I'll just not go to the gym for today. I got a new regimen I'm going to try. I mean, it's relatively close to the same. It's just a little bit different. So I was like, I'll just do it instead and rest up for next week to be 100%.
Take a look at this.
It's a pretty good view, isn't it?
So this is the bridge to
Like
Yona?
this.
I guess Mimir will help us figure out how to get through it, if we
Just
can
rub
bring it
with
back to
hand.
life.
I don't think that there should be, I've got the headset kind of like tuned up a little bit to where I can hear things a little better, but that's the headset individually, so that doesn't actually affect the volume of the game in comparison to me. It may seem louder than me to me, but to you guys it shouldn't be too much of a problem. At least I'm hoping that most of the settings should be pretty much the same, and you really shouldn't notice too much of a difference between the volume this time around. So yeah, so let's go ahead and fucking get down the mountain so we can give Mimir to the Witch of the Woods, and she can do what we need to do. We get
Soon we'll
another
be able
brown
to
piece.
translate those Muspelheim runes.
Oh, sweet. Need to get back down the mountain, and I do not remember exactly how to do that.
Do you remember the way to the witch's house?
Yes. The woods with the blood red leaves. South of the lake. I know just where to go.
Very
Hope
good.
she made it back from Alfheim and can bring Mimir back. He seemed nice. Before you cut off his head.
Yeah, such as it is for children. He seemed alright. Well, yeah, that's the issue. Too naive to realize. But I mean, Mimir's not a bad guy. Like, there's nothing wrong with Mimir. Okay, so this is good because now all we have to do is use this this doorway to get back. only place we can travel. It's to here. Because, you know, the door doesn't have like a both way thing right now. Like I can't really go to a lot of different places.
Look at this place. This must be a branch of the World Tree.
Boy, stay on the path.
Right, I know.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Can't
I'm
believe
not.
it was Baldur
If I
that
do
came
this,
to our
it's over.
house. The Aesir god, Baldur, and you fought him and won.
Yes.
One of Odin's sons, Thor's brother, and now he's hunting us with his nephews. Why is this happening?
If we can raise the head, you can ask him.
Okay. You know, it's silly, but I secretly hope we find a giant somewhere in that mountain. I guess they really did leave Midgard, except for the serpent. He may be the last of his kind.
Well, he's not
Are you
really
the last of your
fully
kind, too?
giant, so.
Is that why you don't like to talk about
My kind.
I mean, your family. Before Mother and I. Where you came from. Mother, the father?
Now is not the time for that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so. Yeah, the tree works pretty much similar to what you'd expect. Just run around in a circle until the fucking door opens. What Brock
Rock!
has to say.
Rock! Rock!
What? I'm on a fucking break. Don't hear me screeching at you whenever you're twiddling your short and curlies.
Leave him, boy.
No, Fab. Well, you already soiled my solitude, so you may as well join me.
You're not hungry.
Good. It's not what I was offering.
Saw your brother again.
Congratulations. And I'm sure you'll let him go and roger my axe good and plenty again. Hmm? Let's see the damage. Little canker throat wouldn't know proper weight and balance if it were dangling off his chut. You eating well enough?
I guess.
Good. All better. Now what the fuck else you want, huh? Times he gets so wrapped up in his work, Sentry hasn't the sense to sip or sup. And if he does remember, good luck getting him to cook his own meat. Guess I got all the stomach in the family. Along with the smarts.
You miss him.
What, that spit-fister? What do you know?
I just mean
Hey,
that...
do you mind? Trying to concentrate here, already on a break from my break. I need that alchemist for something
see.
I'm stewing up for you.
Got here.
If in your smarts, you'll find him.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. No, I don't have one of these. I think the
Say
last
the
time
word,
I had one
kid.
of those was a while ago. Let's get the Talon Bow upgrade.
What's it gonna be?
I guess I probably could upgrade it again, but I'm not going to. It's way too much fucking XP. Or not XP, but hack silver. I'm not sure. I haven't upgraded that at all, I don't think. Could probably use to sell some things too, since they're here. Let's see. I can't stop hiccuping. Yeah, let's sell the fucking old shit.
Hope you got what you wanted.
What's that all about, fucker? Little bastard. It's like, yeah, I just gypped you. Did I get all of these? I don't think I did. Probably should get rid of some of these too, but they're enchantments, so I might keep them around for a little while. You can remove enchantments at any time, so it doesn't really matter. I'll let us sell all that. Oh yeah, he'll sell me back the junk that I already sold him. options do I have here? I really want to get this because this would be really cool. But then again, like, cooldown really kind of drops, and I'm not really happy to give up cooldown. Tank. And I don't have a lot of ancient stuff either, so I can't really necessarily say that it's gonna be a thing or not. Yeah, the amount of like fucking cooldown that I'm gonna lose is pretty substantial, just from everything.
Son?
I mean, it's enough.
Oh, you make up your mind?
Wait, did I not get the superior runic vestment? I guess I didn't. A lot of money, but it's good because I mean, it's better to have this than it is to just the regular basic version of it.
Got
Tell you what
something
we'll
else
do.
in mind?
What we'll do is we'll run to the witch and
What'll it be, shorty?
turn that shit in. I'm gonna go ahead and get this since it's relatively cheap. And then
You hitting the road or chewing the fat?
we'll go to the witch, turn the shit in, and then we'll come back and do the probably just do the side quest. I mean, we could
Right,
walk
what is the
around with
path
a
back
rotting
to the
dead
witch?
head. With
First,
us,
we need to
but-
find a boat.
Got like a little sparkle coming off of it.
Do you remember the way back to the witch from here?
That way, behind the big statue of Thor.
Flashing his sack to the lake.
I wish we
Well,
could
you
have
won't
gone
do
on a
that
trip
till
like this
later.
with Mother. She could fight, couldn't she?
Yes. She fought beautifully.
Let's go under the water. They didn't seem to really care. Atreus is like, fucking, who cares? Fucking water? I mean, I didn't expect Kratos to react, but Atreus doesn't care at all. Now, in the cave, there should be some more stuff opened up, like as far as puzzles go. Let's see what we can come up with as far as that goes. We've got quite a lot of the
So,
pieces.
know any good
necessary.
stories to pass the time?
Enough. Stories
Well-
are for the boat.
Huh?
The water dropped.
And the serpent rose. Right.
God damn it.
I knew that.
I need that, not... I really want him to tell the story. Let's get back in the boat. I really want him to tell the story because I like the stuff that, the little monologues and stuff that he gives Atreus.
So, know any good stories to pass the time?
What kind of story?
I don't know. Mother always had stories. Weren't you told me when you were a boy?
There was a man I knew of long ago. His stories were brief and purposeful.
Sounds fun. Do you remember any?
There was one that concerned a hare and a tortoise.
Like the witch's house?
Unlikely.
So what happens?
They wager on a race between them. The hare is too confident of victory and foolish, while the tortoise is steady and disciplined. The tortoise wins.
You haven't told a lot of stories, have you?
Yeah, just... It's when you get Mimir, he starts telling a lot of stories, but Kratos will tell one every now and again. Because Atreus will ask, you know. Which is the right thing for a boy to do with his father, just like, hey, you know, learn how my father interacts with me. All that kind of stuff. Come on, Atreus, let's go. He wouldn't have made it in time.
I know she's really powerful, but you really think the witch can bring a head back to life?
She seems competent in her craft, and we have nothing to lose.
If she can't bring it back to life, can we keep the head?
No. But you may feed it to the fish.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what's over here. I can't remember. Oh. Oh shit, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I think I'm worried about a little poison from that distance.
Almost ready.
Fucking here with that shit because it'll lock her in place so she doesn't zip around all the time. Sometimes she'll fucking do it any goddamn way. There.
That takes care of that.
Now then. Not that I need to pick up any of that stuff, because it's honestly not that important, but I do it anyway. I can't do anything much here yet, but I can get this. We should complete our Muspelheim set, I think. It could be a Niflheim room, but...
Hey, this does more than
Oh,
decipher
cool.
those Muspelheim runes. It also contains the travel room. Should we go visit the fire realm?
Not right now, we ain't. I don't know if I ever
I bet
will. I
this'll
might
lead
show it
out.
just for the fuck of it. I'm not going to actually like do every trial, but I will like show them like an example of them. Because I mean, it's part of the gameplay and it's part of the experience. You know, it's good to know everything you can about the game. I don't think there's anything down there we need. Most of the puzzles are this way or some other way.
Follow me, Atreus.
On my way. There's one down.
Yeah. Some of this stuff we can't really do anything about right now. But we can get some of this stuff filled in so that so when we're ready to come get this stuff later on, we can easily do so. And then... Oh. The only thing is I just can't get over there right now. I think that I need to go back to... Oh, there we go. I can get over here. I was like, there's gotta be a fucking way to get over there. Just some pretty basic related stuff. Okay, yeah, I can go this way. Sounds like an enemy. That's not the sap. Need to go back and get that little explodey piece. Didn't mean for that to happen. Gotta turn around there. Alright. Another door. Which we're not going to do.
Boy,
Some kind of drawing. Maybe a map? Oh! Maybe a treasure!
Treasure maps are cool. They can, you know, they'll give you a pretty decent amount of money and stuff. Even though I might do like 1 or 2 of them. I'll get rid of that. Big see, that's one of the many things I don't like about Revenants. They'll do that shit any damn way. Dumb bitch. What do you think was gonna happen? See, she wasn't even done being locked in. Zip away anyway. Where are you running? You ain't got really a whole lot of places to go, I hate to say it.
What was that?
Adequate.
Just do it the easy way. Just keep logging them in place and just keep hitting them like light attack spam.
I think I see another one of those
Maybe a
bowls of
couple
sand
of heavies.
that I drew the runes into. Not sure how we reach it though. There's something up there.
I know exactly how we reach it. The problem is actually I can't get to that spot yet. Because I can't get rid of the Hell's Bramble.
Father, look up there.
I mean, yeah, I know the thing's up there, Atreus. Like, you don't have to tell me. The only thing is I actually cannot get over to that. I think I can get you over there, though. I think I only need to move it, like, right here. Should be able to move the rest of the way on the side. Right here. Can he make the jump?
Okay, well, that's way too far to jump.
There you are.
This'll be fun.
Come on, Kratos, let's go.
Almost there.
There we go.
Another one of those sand. There are different runes written along the side of this one.
Boy,
Sir. Bow.
Bow. Okay. Nice. Yes. Yeah, the Murder of Crows is pretty good. It's good. It's good runic attack. The only thing is I can't raise this back. Like, it just does not happen. Which isn't important because, you know, when we get to actually cut down Hell's Bramble later on, we'll be okay. Like, we'll just go from there. And then we'll just go up there and go up to the upper door. Even though we have to transport the orb things, which is some sort of like magic wind or wind's of hell or whatever. Then we just got to move that across the way, but that's easy. Oh, yeah, we can't get in that way. Which is part of the reason why I opened this, I guess. Like I didn't know. I completely forgot that the turtle was not down that time. Is that for this chest over here? Like this Nornir chest? It is. Where is that last room down here? The last seal down here, I wonder. Already got that chest. not it down there. It's just a reflection. Let's see if we go over here. Down and around. Everywhere we can. It shouldn't be too complicated to find. I'm probably just blind to see it. It might be up that little climbing area. Oh wait, no, there it is. See it from here, so I can just hit it. Could be max health, max rage, I don't really know. Max rage, okay. And it goes up. Sweet. Though rage still drains really fast, it doesn't really matter what you do. Can't really do a whole lot to make it last a lot longer. You can get some armor that makes it charge faster. In New Game Plus, there's like an armor that like increases the rate that it charges by a pretty substantial amount, but
Turn back Aesir. Guess the gods are welcome here.
anyway, it just doesn't offer a lot of
There he
defense.
is.
You can die
I
pretty
hope he
easily.
remembers us.
Well, and of course, if you got a bunch of rage going, you're invincible, but that you have to keep it going. Can't just expect, you know, you to survive if you don't, you know, charge up rage. I mean, it's got a lot of other stuff too. It's got like,
Boy,
you know, it's got its extra stats that raise up your bars and
This
everything.
is good to know.
It's a lot of cool armor in New Game Plus. It's really neat, but I mean, it's still.
How's it going, Charlie? Is your witch friend here?
what is that name?
That's what he told me it was. Or it sounded like in my head anyway. Charlie.
I think that's actually a Norse name at all. But anyway, what was I saying now? Oh yeah, the New Game Plus stuff. Got some really good fucking armor in New Game Plus, and New Game Plus is really neat in general. But I always like the Traveler armor myself. Like, it's just one of my favorite armors in the game. Of course, it doesn't offer a lot of runic stuff, but it's really good. It's just like the base PvP, which there is no PvP. I say that. As far as like, you know, doing really high level bosses and high difficulty stuff, it's not the best. It's good, like I used it, but most of the really like pro players fucking do like really high level bosses in like seconds. Like they kill them before they even activate. And that in general is just like a pretty crazy feat. Like they do some fucking wild shit.
Another one of those sand bowls.
What does it say?
Falcon, hawk, and turtle dove. Swim aloft in oceans above. Huh?
Bird, fly, something. I know what we had to do to get this. We just need to go over here. I don't know if I'm ready to do this yet, like if I have everything I need to activate this, but
I'm sure we'll find the answer around here somewhere.
stun. if I can do it now. No, doesn't want to go down. That's okay. Do it again. It's pretty useful because it knocks them on the ground. Otherwise, I'll take that. Otherwise, it's like, it's pretty much pointless.
Want to see what we can trade those for?
Nice, you got them all. Otherwise, it's like you're just throwing them around. It's good because you can like run through enemies with them, and if they're near if there's an edge nearby, it's like you just fucking throw them off, and it's easy.
Here, boy.
Oh, the rest of the runes were hidden over the hill. That's Vinder. When?
Back to the sand bowl.
Oh, okay. Can't believe I didn't remember that. I've played this game like 3 times. Including this one being like 4. Now, I don't think that I have what I need to see that box, so I really have no idea if the runes are correct or if they're not. Like, you had to
Atreus, here.
bring the winds over here and put them in that, and it'll show you what it is. Let's go back to the sand bowl. That fucking thing. It's just really long words.
What does it say?
Yes, sir. Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hang.
That's just referring to Odin. Lord of the Hanged because Odin hanged himself. He sacrificed himself to himself so that he could gain
Droid.
knowledge from
Sir.
the Well of Fates or whatever. So obsessed with his own death.
Look what it did!
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I don't really care much for runic summons. I kind of hate that there's so many of them in the good chests. Just pick that up. I don't really. It's only here for that encounter.
Read it.
Yes, sir. Saith Neathines upon all who trespass.
That's not an ing. Oh, that's the ings. Basically just like a curse, because Sathir is like a magic.
Father, she is here. It is so good to see you again. I knew you weren't dead.
Hello.
Oh, can you bring a head back to life?
I'm not sure I understand what... Wait. Where did you get those? The arrows. Give them to me, now.
They were a gift.
Do as she says, boy.
These arrows are dangerous. They're wicked. You find any more, you destroy them, understand? Do you understand? Say it!
I understand. If I see them, I'll destroy them.
It's all I ask. Forgive me. Please, take my arrows in their place. I have no need for them anymore. Now, what's this about a head? Do you have any idea who this is? Did you kill him?
At his request. He claimed you could revive him.
Me? Are you sure you heard him right?
please?
Take him to the table. Pamela. It's been a long time since I've practiced the old magic. Hold him there.
The old
Let's have a
magic.
look. Well,
Generic.
thankfully his head hasn't decayed much and his brain is still intact. Nice clean cut. Cutting off his head of all people. I sure hope you know what you're doing. Now, hold his head under the water and don't let go. I mean it.
She put like the maggots in him so they like will eat the decayed flesh.
That's enough.
It worked!
Let me see him. Mimir? You there?
Yes.
Good.
Oh. Hello, Freya. Been a long time. You look well.
What I did for them. As far as I'm concerned, death suits you better.
I'd bow if I could, Your Majesty. Forgive me. Had I known the witch in the woods was Freya herself, I never would have suggested this.
Freya? The goddess Freya?
You didn't know either? Sorry.
When word gets out that Mimir is free, the wrath of Odin won't be far behind.
You are God.
Leader of the Vanir, once yes, but no longer.
You did not think it important to tell me.
Are you really going to lecture me about that?
We are leaving, boy.
But
Now.
You're welcome.
Angry.
why did you do that?
We cannot trust her.
Because she's a god?
Have I taught you nothing, boy?
But she's helped us a lot.
She lied.
Some people value their privacy. Best not to judge, brother.
When I require your counsel head, I will ask.
Fair enough. Get me to Tyr's temple in the Lake of the Nine, and I'll get you to Jotunheim as promised.
We know the temple. What's there?
Only the last living giant in Midgard. Who better to tell us the way?
The world serpent? Wait, do you know how to talk to him?
Indeed. He speaks an obscure tongue more ancient even than these mountains. None are left in Midgard who speak it. Except, of course, for me.
You do?
It's true. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but Jormungandr is a sparkling conversationalist.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Now we got Mimir.
So
We'll go
Mimir.
back to the temple.
Why did Freya spit in your face?
No. Speak of Balder. He claims nothing harms him.
Aye, Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
Boasting of a god.
Hey!
Everyone has a
Bailey's
weakness.
here.
Not him, I'm afraid. Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
You just said that, Mimir.
Did I?
What is the source of this power?
Well, as I recall, it involved, a spell?
Mimir?
Parts of my brain must still be coming back to life. Just need a moment to finish waking up.
Hope he's
You
not
haven't
hurt.
missed. You haven't missed too much, Bailey. All I did was take Mimir's head back to the Witch of the Woods or whatever, or Freya, really. And then Kratos got
Yeah,
angry and
we're
then
on the
he
lake.
left.
Perfect. Dock us near the bridge.
Now we're gonna go fucking do this thing. Go talk to the world serpent. After that, we'll do maybe some side quests or something just to get some extra little bits and pieces of stuff. Not that I need them, I
Ed,
just want to.
how do
I
we
guess.
speak to the serpent?
There's a horn on a platform at the middle point of the bridge. Take me to it.
Finally, that horn.
How? But the lizard was just there. I walk over the looking lizard and turn around and he's gone. What's that? Hey, where you headed? Oh, it's just a fish.
Good. Now put my lips to the horn.
Look at that bird. Like, I want to talk.
Why is he doing that?
Odin had that statue made in honor of Thor. And seeing as the world serpent absolutely abhors the fat dauber, he was probably sick of looking at it.
But doesn't that hurt?
Well, he and Thor have a bit of an unpleasant history between them. Or they will, anyway. So I guess waking up to see it was worse than the thought of lumps of solid stone passing through his gullet. You want me to ask him?
No. Our only concern is Jotunheim.
All right, wish me luck. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. You and me. I've still got it, lads. He remembers me. Why you? Oh no, that's not right. Mokuno huntun kun. Eko no thun no funora. He knows the pain of your loss. He will help you. Efniun Fokuara. Curious.
What is it?
Oh, nothing to be concerned about.
What is he doing?
Making sure we're heading in the right direction. Listen closely now. We need two things to get us into the land of the giants. First, we need to learn the travel rune that opens realm travel to Jotunheim. Second, we need to carve that rune into the special gateway.
That one on the peak where we first met you?
Correct. Except the giants, in their infinite wisdom, saw to it that no ordinary chisel would do the job. Only the tip of a magical chisel opens that gate. Luckily, I know where it is, and it's not far.
You looked kind of mad for a moment there.
Now that, you thought I said you were friends of Odin. You'll forgive me. I've never spoken the ancient tongue sober.
Wait, look! The water's dropped even further. You can see more of the realm towers and statues. I even see new places to explore along the shore.
Where is this chisel?
Find me a boat, and we'll go from there.
I don't know exactly where it's at. It's over there. Yeah, like, if you were a fucking serpent that was that fucking big and you could speak, like, imagine being a human that large. Like, your vocal cords are gonna be fucking so large, like, the resignation, like, you wouldn't even be able to understand what the fuck anybody was saying. It would just sound like a fucking, like bass on like really high hertz, or is it low hertz? Can't remember. Pretty sure it's like high. It's like fucking impossible to really hear, and if it's really low, it's impossible to hear. It's like you can't even fucking discern what the fuck's going on. Pretty much the same thing. If you were that big, no one could understand you. Like, it'd be impossible. Now, I don't want to go get the chisel right now. I want to go do... I do want to do that, and I don't know if I'll make it as far as the chisel itself tonight. Or today, this morning, whatever. So instead, what we'll do is we'll go do the... let's see here. Find more skills if I wanted to. I just don't want to right now. Too lazy. Let's see the goals. Hellplate. Greetings. At least there's the two of y'all. There ain't nobody else, but who cares? I mean, we could unlock Muspelheim, or we go fucking do this. Let's go do the this thing, because we'll get a pummel, and I really do want a pummel. I don't really care much for the talisman, but we do need a pummel, because we're still playing with the, like, vanilla pummel. So, let's go do that in the meantime. It's 500, well, it's basically just telling me to get a bow.
So when we get to the boat, we can either look for that special chisel now, or go exploring for a little while.
Nice.
I'm happy with whatever you want to do.
Now, we ain't going to look for the chisel yet. That's one of the things I like about Atreus. He'll just shoot through walls, and it's great. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, shoot through the fucking wall. There's any reason for me to go over here. I don't know if there's ever any reason for me to go over there. Let's go down here and take a look at what's going on. Probably got the boat down here. And then if I go all the way around the back side of the fucking temple, then there's like a... There is a door over there, but I
No
think there's a
earthly
chest
key
and
nor
stuff.
physical force can get past the magic of that lock. Don't even look at it.
Yeah, but... Okay. I know exactly what gets past a lot.
Boat under the bridge, keep rowing towards the statues of the oarsmen, then thread past between them.
No, we ain't going there yet. So stop talking. One of the things I like about Mimir, though of course they've twisted the lore of this game to kind of fit
You
the
never did
purpose.
tell me why Freya spit in your face.
Let's see what it says here.
Well, she blames me in large measure for her present circumstances, and not totally without reason. It all goes back to the long war between the Aesir and Vanir. Prior to that, wars for the Aesir were easily won, but the Vanir had proved their equal and exacted devastating damage. Both sides suffered tremendous losses, and for many of us, quite frankly, war was simply no fun anymore, but a rather senseless waste of precious life. Wouldn't you agree, brother? Precisely. Enough was enough. And at last, Odin's most brilliant advisor became determined to find a more enlightened path. He set about to broker a peace between the gods. It took some convincing, but ultimately Odin was persuaded to marry his deadliest enemy, a certain Vanir goddess, legendary not only for her fertile beauty, but her genius at the very Vanir magic that Odin had long aspired to master.
Freya married Odin? What was in it for her?
It was a sacrifice to protect her people, a selfless act of love. Truly, she deserves better than she got. But of course, there's more to that story.
So yeah, what he's saying is
You can
actually
beach the boat here.
pretty true. The Vanir technically, like, historically didn't exist. That's not the point. In Eddas and all that, or in the Eddas and sagas and all that nonsense that Snorri Sturluson wrote, it described the marriage between Freya and Odin had several wives before. They weren't all. Baldur is really more like Thor's stepbrother, because Thor was born to a giant, and then there's Odin, which was pretty much half giant himself. So it was like Thor's like 75% giant and like 25% whatever the fuck else. So anyway, there was Freya and then her brother Frey, which was like they were both kind of like the personification of male and female fertility likewise. So like they were both pretty much the same, but just the opposite ends of gender. So they both looked really good. And Frey, like his fucking totems are always depicted with a very large phallus-like object protruding from them because, like I said, represents the male fertility. Anyway, the Vanir and the Aesir went to war with each other. The Aesir were always physically strong. They were physically stronger. So their warfare, as in like using physical weapons, was better. But the Vanir had better magic, and they had like other like deceptive strategies and things like that that kind of, you know, helped win against, balance out the Aesir's physical ability versus their magical ability.
Come.
So they just couldn't end up. It was mostly a stalemate. The Aesir were winning at first, and then eventually
here.
it came down to like the Vanir were starting to kind of get the idea of what to do
is
to
good to
counteract
know.
them. And you know, like in most times during the early ages, during like, you know, the early Iron Age and things like that, and throughout time through like monarchy in general, they started marrying off people to bring peace between realms and everything. So, you know, to bring peace, that was what Odin saw was, you know, hell, I'll just like marry one of your kind to bring like a peace between our people and kind of blend them together so that they would become kind of like family, essentially. So then that's how that war basically ended.
You scare up that alchemist what needed finding?
I'm going to do that right now, Brock. Like, goddamn.
Oh, almost forgot. Brock, this is our new friend Mimir.
We've met.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
He
knows why. I know why. You know why.
Quiet. No more of this.
Know what? I'm sorry I brought it up. Can't you and Sindri just patch things up? Whatever happened couldn't be all that bad. You're family.
Now don't be lecturing me about family. I ain't the one what forgot what our name stood for. What we made, the weapons we made were legendary across 9 realms for more years than I can count. You just don't throw that away on account of one bad...
One bad what?
You one bad nothing. Ain't you got somewhere to be?
Hey, where's your beast of burden?
What do you mean? I ate her. Fat bits of her out just a while ago.
What is wrong with you?
What? Her milk ran dry.
She was your friend.
Then she'll be happy I'm so well fed. Shit bricks, boy, you got a real sentimental streak, know that? Don't get yourself confused out there. I'm getting back to it.
I think I hear a raven. Is there one here? Thought I heard something, but maybe it's just me. Bonk. What's this say? Cool. Door's open. But come on, dude. Read it.
These runes read death inside.
Yeah, it's Dalthu, which is like the noun for death. It's weird how their language works. You just need to learn the possessives and the fucking, you know, like referring to something like as in a noun, a verb, you know, like Dalthi I think is like something having to do with possession. Dalthir is like a noun. It's fucking, I don't even know. I haven't completely
So,
done a lot to
Brock
learn
said
the
his friend
language
was
yet.
dwarven like him, wearing a green ring.
Look if you wish.
God
I will be
damn it,
gathering
Atreus.
resources for our journey.
You don't want to help him? Why not?
Because I do not run errands for dwarves.
Oh,
But reward. Come on, man.
what's that?
Oh, a dead dude.
Dwarven.
That's what it is.
But no ring. One of his crew?
Scorch marks. There, along the floor and wall.
Weird. I guess we keep looking.
Something got his ass. Like, look,
I mean, I'll keep looking.
like begging for his life. I know. Wait, please. He's dead. will probably be enemies in here, most likely. Oh, yeah.
That's the Soul Eater. If that kills us, that's it. No Valhalla, no hell, no afterlife, ever.
It does not attack.
Mom made them sound more dangerous than that.
Then do not drop your guard.
See the hand on his head?
Come.
Spray bait the skeleton. You know, the thing about that is like those things never really existed in the knowledge, I don't think. But that's not the point. They're here for the purpose of the game, not for me to like criticize whether things existed or not.
Nightmares! Ah, what awful pain!
Man. I like that attack. God damn you! I don't even know what I just did. Ow! Look here! Alright. Yeah, it's I mean, they're pretty much the same as any, like, you know, ancient elemental or whatever in the game, but yeah.
Not him.
Hey, I thought you didn't care.
I noticed the lack of ring while looting the body.
Oh.
There's still a lot of, I mean, there's not a whole lot of variation as far as enemy goes in this game. I mean, it's there, but it's not like, I don't know if it's as huge as, you know, like the earlier God of Wars or whatever, because I actually never played any other God of War besides this one. I just never really, I didn't really play a lot of PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 2 stuff. Like, you know, God of War really didn't interest me because I didn't have access to a lot of games when I was young, so, but I mean, there's still enough in this game where you're not like, oh, it's just fucking, it's all the same enemy. Oh, I got the bar.
Almost there!
Recharge already. God damn it. Now she'll lose that fucking bag. Need to get more fucking arrows, that's what I need. I'll just keep fucking, I'll just do hands. Fucking. God damn it. She fell down and then I fell down. This is annoying. Okay. You're pathetic. Yeah, exactly. It's just the... There's not a whole lot of, like, grab executions and stuff in the game. I think that they could have benefited from doing more variety with that. But at the same time, like, it's enough, like, for their first, like, next-gen game, and they worked really hard on that. To put a good balance of story and to have good gameplay, like, that, it's, like, the perfect blend. It's enough for me to be happy. And enough for it to be one of the better games that, you know, people have ever seen since. Oh no no! Okay, that would have fucking killed me. But I think that God of War had a winning formula already, honestly. I didn't really like the other games, except that, I mean, they made fun of it because they were like, oh, it's a quick time fest. Like, I played a lot of games that have quick time problems, okay? Like, it's like the whole game relies on quick time combat. Josh knows what I'm talking about. And it's like, you can't fucking, no. Doesn't mean that it's not a fucking good game. Just, you know, people made fun of it for that, but people still enjoyed it. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Let's jump across here and then I can do this. And the puzzles in the game too. I really like the puzzles. I think God of War's kind of had puzzles for a long time, of course, but you know, it does well with the puzzles in this game. It's like they're not complicated to the point to where you're just like you're like struggling to get through the puzzles. You're like taking like 20 minutes to find a solution or some dumb shit like that. Like it's not like it's not solely a puzzle game, but it's enough to where you're just like you feel clever enough to have completed it. Yeah, the Telltale series, that is a quick, yeah, that's a quick time nightmare. All that fucking shit is quick time. Like you don't have fucking, you gotta like choose dialogue in timed fucking events, and every combat is all combat's fucking quick time. And if you fuck up, that shit's permanent. It's not like, oh, you can just like, oh, you just go back and fucking do it again. Like, I think you can kind of restart encounters, I'm not sure, but either way it goes, it doesn't matter because it's still there. It's still at that point to where it's annoying enough to say, you know, the narrative is fine, but the gameplay is trash. Because Telltale's all about making a story experience. That's all they are. But people still love them. I think Telltale, like, they released The Walking Dead and they had like that's where they got their winning formula, was like releasing The Walking Dead and everybody fucking loved it. And then, you know, they did The Wolf Among Us and all that other stuff. And then they started trying to like crank out games with all kinds of stuff like Batman and fucking Tales of the Borderlands and all, and like I think even Minecraft Story Mode is considered. I think that's a Telltale game too. Like, and you're just like, really? Why do I need to pay like $20 for every iteration of this? Like, in the end, I'm paying for a game that's not even a game. I'm literally paying for a movie that I hit a button to watch, and it's like, that's pretty much. And I have like a control over where it goes and the outcomes, but at the same time, it's like it's annoying enough for you to be like I don't want to have to continue to have to pay for this. I'd rather pay $60 for the entirety of your chapters in one game instead of you just like, you know, and you taking your time rather than me paying $20 for each independent piece of the narrative. I'm not interested in that. Hell, even a fucking 3-hour film, I guess, fucking still gonna come out on DVD for like less than $30, probably less than $20 in some cases. I don't know about now, but either way, hold on, I gotta sneeze. I think it's coming.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay, it's gone. No sneeze. False alarm. No sneeze. Oh yeah, there's the thing. We can't get there yet.
It's the ring on that severed hand, attached to the Soul Eater.
Yeah.
Well, we know what happened to Anvari now. We can just go tell Brock. No need to fight it, right?
No, we will fight it.
But why?
Because you are frightened of it.
Yeah, face your fears kind of thing. Thanks, Kratos. It's a good life lesson, honestly. And it's a good lesson for a father to teach his child. Like, I don't have any kids, man, you know? I mean, it's not like the thing that I have, but, like, I know what I would want from my father if, you know, I was still a kid. If I could go back and do it over again, of course, I can't change the fact that my father and mother got a divorce, but if I could do it over and ask more of my dad, I would do that more often. And that being something that I didn't get of my dad. That being something I didn't get of my dad, like, that's like something that I can learn to teach my child. Like, I didn't get it from my father. I'm not saying that my father didn't want to teach it to me. It was really more like he didn't have time to give me an actual example, so that gives me the chance to improve upon things that my dad didn't get to me. Wrong, stop. hate when nightmares do that shit. Okay, I don't care. I'm killing you now.
This is the last one.
Yeah, and he's dead. And I still recovered a little bit of rage from that.
How was that?
Adequate.
Yeah, you could have. I kept that fucking lightning on, and I should have been doing something different. But yeah, I mean, I did too. I like the dialogue between, you know, Kratos and Atreus. It's like Kratos has a lot of wisdom because he's experienced a lot. Has a lot to learn from. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't learn things from my dad, but not in the scenario of like it was too late in my life to get to the point to where I felt like Dad was really teaching me to become a man. It was like I got a lot of adult mentality from Dad, and there's a lot of genetic things that you don't actually think that you get from your father that you do. But at the same time,
Be strong, Atreus.
I wish that
Focused.
I would have
And look
grown
for all
up
weak
around my
points.
dad, and I probably
Yes,
would
sir.
have become a better man to the point to where I've been like, oh, you know, I'm not as fearful of, you know, conversation and social confrontation and even physical confrontation as I am now. Like, I'm not saying I'm like a pussy or some shit like that, because I'm not. It's really just to that point to where I still avoid conversation under some cases. It's like, what's the best way I can explain it? It's not that I'm afraid of confrontation, it's just that I'd rather it not be something that I'd get into. If I can avoid it, I will, but, you know, to avoid confrontation at all costs is not necessarily your greatest way to live life, but then I end up doing that most of the time anyway. I'm still like relatively aggressive and somewhat militant, and I'm kind of like getting to that point where it's that way more often. But if I can avoid a confrontation, then I usually do. And I'm not saying that's not healthy, but it's like I think that I would be more of a man and more willing to stand up for certain things if I would have grown up actually all the 18 years of my adolescent life, or adolescent and teenage life, with my dad around. It would have been different. Let's go down here and kill this thing.
Stay quiet.
He won't actually do anything until we get close to him. You kind of like avoid him somewhat. I think it's really like the abuse that I got from my mother, as far as like you're like an asshole, like all the time, you're useless, like you don't do anything around the house or some shit, you do too much of this, you're fucking, you know, I'm the fucking one who rules this household with an iron fist, like, you know, don't fucking talk back to me, you're not allowed to express yourself, all that kind of shit like that. That's shit that I got. That's the kind of shit I got from my mother. My dad, on the other hand, like, it was different. And I wasn't even old enough to choose. Like, when they got a divorce, it was over. Like, I couldn't fucking go just say, oh, you know, I want to fucking live with Dad. No, I didn't have that choice. I wasn't like 9 or 10. I didn't have that ability. I'll wait till he gets close to a fucking... Okay, now he's mad at me. Okay, I can't actually do anything to him until he opens the chest. I can just kind of block it. Oh, nice! I can't believe I did that. I'm stupid. Let me do this. I think I can probably kill him even with this head. I should be fine. Should have probably just went for another life. Oh shit, there's fucking Draugr here now. I'm just gonna stay behind the pole. How do I block his attack so I can't get hit? Thanks, Atreus. You're fucking amazing. That is why I got that fucking... I'm just gonna cheese it. We'll go ahead and put it put some damage in. Okay, he destroyed that fucking column, so that's a throw it. Come on. Ow. I'm hit. Nice. Oh, he's dead. And Atreus hits him anyway.
Green ring. Dwarvish inscription.
The alchemist. But where's the rest of them?
Ashes, most likely.
The Soul Eater got him. I guess we should bring this back to Brock.
Soul Eater got him. Yeah, just wait. Okay, I think there's... No? Oh. Okay. I may be thinking of the wrong mine. I wonder what this stuff's supposed to be, like this fucking crystal-like thing. Like, imagine if that was worth something, like how rich you would be. You would be fucking... It'd be insane.
Read
Very
it.
wealthy.
Sir.
These days, I'm saying. Like, if it was worth something. Because there's no one here. Like, who cares?
These runes were written fast. Spells out Ejim Staney. I don't know that one.
We will ask the blue one.
So now you're interested?
We found his alchemist. A reward was promised.
Nightmares. Harvest nightmares. Stop him in time. That's the thing I hate about nightmares, is they're really fucking annoying. Let me give you this back. Okay. Oh shit. Woo! Nice choice. That was a fucking good shit. I don't know if they've updated this game and like improved his AI, but I mean he definitely does more than I remember him doing. Is that it? That's the end, right? Okay. No more fucking surprises. This game is full of that shit, so... It's very, very good at fucking hitting you with some dumb shit surprises that you're not expecting. Especially when it comes to enemies. That's good. Listen, homie. Stop that. Like I like how when you take them to the ground, they're like, they hold their hands up, they're like, wait, please, and then you kill them anyway. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, I'm not fucking letting you stay alive. You ain't got a chance now. I don't know if it's necessarily so much them trying to be like, hey, wait, please, or still like get at you. Guess it's like, I guess they don't really have much of a conscience to tell them, you know, like beg for your life. It's probably just more like fight back at all costs, regardless of what's happening. even though that's not necessarily historically accurate. Now the pommel is, the handle is a little bit long, the cross guard's a little wide, but it's still, you know, still there. Pick that up. Sir. Once we take this back, we'll go get the chisel. Or try to go get the chisel. We'll get as close to the chisel as possible.
What'd you find?
You're an alchemist.
I'm sorry, Brock. The hand is all we could find. Still wearing the ring. There was a soul eater inside, and well, it must have burned away the rest of him.
Suppose you'll still be wanting some compensation, huh?
Naturally.
Naturally, he says. Miani Feruxi.
Alright, cool. I won't put that on because this is the only other fucking thing that I have, so. Activates chest, protect, fair. Eats on any successful axe hit. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. It's good.
I'll take a closer look at this here ring. Maybe Anvari left a bit of magic inside for he croaked.
Dwarves can do that?
Sure, dwarves and magic jewels are like flies and pig lips. Supple ones.
Ugh. I'm not as interested as I thought.
Oh there. Got another favor to ask you two.
Like, we just gave you the ring, man.
What do you want, dwarf?
I got another lead on my old pal Anvari. Meet me at the Lawnsoother mines. There's some fancy-dancy loot in it for you.
Another lead? But we already found him. Well, found his hand anyways.
I'll explain at the mines. These ones is just south of the river pass. Now you two want something, or you just gonna stand there all gag-scrapped and slack-jawed?
Say anything else? Any more dialogue that I need to
Pull
exhaust
the
right
ring
now?
off Anvari's hand at the Velander mines. Feller was always tampering with souls and dark rituals and matters of the night, see?
Alright, well, let's carry on. I'm surprised
Just the
Mimir
sound
didn't
of
really
his
say a
hammer
whole lot.
flattening metal were enough to stoke my fires all blissful. Shit, you better clear out before I get all frisky.
Yeah, we're already leaving, don't worry about it. Like, I'm surprised, like, Mimir offered, like, no dialogue during the entirety of that, which I thought was interesting because, you know,
Boy,
I guess that they think you're not really supposed to kind of do all of this stuff with Mimir in tow, because I was like, maybe if I bring him with me, it'll offer more dialogue options, but it didn't, which is fine. I'm not really too worried about it in that way, but it would have been nice to see. I like the dialogue Mimir offers. Gives me a chance to kind of like talk about what the game changes in actual mythology versus what's actually real.
I can't believe Odin and Freya were ever married.
Love and hate are more closely intertwined than you might imagine. For instance, Odin hates the giants and they him. But Thor's own mother was the giantess Fjorgun, one of Odin's great loves.
So Thor's half god and half giant? Weird.
Once Fjorgun was gone, lonely ages passed for Odin. And as war with the Vanir raged, I could see what he really wanted beneath his bluster. And after no small amount of convincing, Freya agreed. For a while there, he really turned on the charm. He seemed happy. He seemed interested in making her happy. He granted her so many wishes I can scarcely recall them all. The peace held, and I truly believed all had worked out better than I could have planned. But Odin's true face showed itself again in the end. He won Freya's trust, and she taught him some of her Vanir magic, another choice she would live to bitterly regret. Sadly, despite his wise counselors' best efforts to persuade him that peace was the only true path to stave off Ragnarok, Odin never let go of his obsession with Jotunheim. The taste of Vanir magic led him to new forms of experimentation and new levels of depravity.
I don't know if he was going to continue dialogue there or what he was going to do. I don't know why I tried to do that. No. We're not talking to you. We're not fucking doing it. Shut up. Stop talking. don't remember if that's breakable or not. But no, we're not talking to him. Suck my ass. I ain't going over there.
Good. The special chisel is ahead past this gate.
Excuse me? You sure about this? I mean, I'm not really too worried about it, honestly. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Y'all are fucked, you know that, right? I kind of want to get the execution on him. Atreus, I need you to get off of him so you can go like do stun. Nice. God damn it.
I think I'm getting better at this.
Let's pick up all the good stuff. Aw, fuck him. we're not gonna do that. Like stupid ass quest. That's pointless. Some garbage ass fetch quest. Suck it.
This chisel we seek, what is it?
I'm glad you asked, actually. I have just the story for you. There was a giant once named Thamur. A very giant, who, despite his mountainous size, was without question the greatest stonemason this world had ever seen. Proud Thamur hoped to one day pass his vast knowledge onto his son. But young Hrimthur had the heart of a warrior. Perhaps the father had too much fear in him, or the son too little. Either way, a quarrel of theirs spiraled out of control, and the overworked stonemason, bonk, struck his son. Hrimthur ran off into the night. Feeling shame and regret, Thamur chased after his son. But in his emotional state, soon found himself wandering Midgard, lost and alone. Sadly, he caught the eye of the one person he didn't want to meet alone that night, so far from home. Thor.
And what happened next?
You'll see.
Thor killed him. Oh no. He fell in the village?
Aye. When Thamur fell, he crushed a charming place famed for worshipping the Vanir god Njord. Thor always took credit for planning that one. The truth is, the sweaty ballbag just got lucky.
Yeah, he did. Now, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly,
Just get the
Thamur,
word.
whatever his name was, is, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if I remember exactly. I think he's the guy who built the wall around Asgard. I can't remember. The thing about what Mir is saying. So Freya and Odin like never separated. And yeah, Odin wanted to know like Vanir magics and stuff, and then Freya did teach him that stuff. But they were still together by the time Ragnarok came along.
Are we doing this?
As far as I'm concerned, with the knowledge that I know. So he, like I said, they didn't really separate. They did have a few children. That was pretty much the kind of like the end of that story that he was saying. Like the Jotunheim was accessible at all times. Like it wasn't necessarily a place that nobody else could get to. The ice giants constantly Like they
Are we attacking?
were at peace before, and they mixed their blood and stuff like that. You know, that's partially, you know, Thor is, you know, partially ice giant. And then there's fire giants, which are different. But all the same, everybody, eventually it comes to war, and the ice giants attack Asgard all the time, and then, you know, eventually that goes to
A
Ragnarok.
dangerous beast. We will take him down together.
Okay.
We fight
I don't like fucking fighting. I don't like fighting wolvers. So
Changing arrow.
I aggro him. Best thing to do is to just parry them. Unless it's not actually stunned. I don't give a fuck about your little mutation things you do. That shit doesn't matter. Like, oh no, I'm angry. I'm a little more angry than I was a second ago. Oh no. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing this. You think this is over? Fuck you.
We seek a chisel.
The tip of one, yes. A very, very giant chisel.
Big chisel. We're gonna get little chisel, but we need big chisel. Okay, I don't know why I did that.
That big crystal on the giant's ring looks promising.
I guess either way works, but I'm gonna get
That didn't seem to do anything.
this first.
Oh, neat trick, lad.
Thanks. His idea.
You know, the thing is that if I remember correctly, it's the giants that kind of instigate most of the problems with the Aesir. The ice giants are just so Jotun. So you hear ice giants and fire giants all the time, when technically, Jotun in general are not even giants. Like Jotun is kind of like a stupid translation of the word. They were varying in size.
Thamur was a frost
And
giant.
they
When he
didn't look
died,
like
his
this.
final breath froze everything.
They were really spirits. And they're the embodiment of chaos. So they're not just some sort of like fucking creature that like lives and breathes and fucking does, you know, everyday stuff and goes about their day. No, all they care about is sowing fucking chaos. In historically, I should say. Like, if you fucking
This looks interesting.
depict the way that fucking it's not important to me, child. If you actually depict the way that they portrayed them, they were. There's a story of the Jomsviking fleet. They went to war with against somebody. They had a battle with someone on the sea, and the fleet that they went up against was substantially smaller than theirs, but they were forced to retreat. Basically their leadership called them to retreat because the fleet that they were going up against was supposedly had the help of the ice giants on their side, or the Jotun. Just say the Jotun. See if this is any good. And it takes down cooldown, but yeah, we'll wear it. So they backed off because apparently their leader and several others they were fighting during a storm appears, and they were like, oh, the Jotun called the
Find
storm
the tip of that chisel. That's the magic we need.
in to assist them. And they claimed that in the storm they could see the Jotun, like giant, huge shadows of like female, like some sort of female Jotun of some kind.
Just give the word.
And they were like shooting arrows out of their fingertips. Some stupid shit. Like it's definitely like a vision. They were probably really fucking tired and hungry, and they didn't know what the fuck they were looking at, and they were probably shooting arrows in volleys out of the storm over to the enemy ships. So they probably thought, like, they'd probably seen a vision that was like some sort of creature, and it looked like it was shooting arrows out of his fingertips when it was really just arrows from the enemy fleet shooting in. So that's what they, they were like, what the fuck is this? And they thought that they were Jotun. So even though that kind of, doesn't necessarily, that's not necessarily true.
Focus up, boy.
I'm not ready.
I'm gonna stun you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do just like I did your friend. I like to do this, that a little bit, like the fucking heavy, because every now and again, if you do the heavy, you'll fucking get a health stone. Not enough. Stop trying to do that shit.
I think you
That
got it.
stupid creature. Wolvers are probably my least favorite enemy in this game. They're annoying, they're stupid, they do dumb shit, and I hate them. Is that good enough? But yeah, so that's what Jotun are supposed to be. They're
Atreus,
basically
follow
evil,
me.
chaotic spirits that don't care about doing anything other than sowing the seeds of Ragnarok and destroying the cosmos. That's all they care about. That's gonna be runic damage, not cooldown. I'll put it on. I already have a pretty fast cooldown with my with the skills that I have. Like that already has a pretty substantially small cooldown. Let's see here. We need to do. Kind of hate these. Gotta get on the other side just to do it. Okay, I see. Gotcha. Then the Sibilla goes that way. Horn goes up. Okay.
An all-fine light crystal. Wonder what it's for.
Unknown. Okay, that's understandable. That was stupid of me to do.
Can you read it?
Yes, sir. To Njord, we offer back the seasman.
Ah, yes. It was believed that Njord calmed the winds and seas for the fishermen. They loved and worshipped him here.
Yep, okay. Yeah, so Njord is one of the very, the idea that the Vanir and the Aesir are two completely different things is, like I said, is not entirely historically accurate. That was actually pre-Christianity conversion, or post, kind of like in the middle. And so,
That did it.
there's only a few gods that technically existed, and that's like Frey, Freya, and Njord. Like that's like some of the big Vanir gods that actually were a thing. And Njord is like the god of like wind and the seas and all that stuff like that. So, oh hey, cool. That would suck to sleep in. If it's that cold out here. Which I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Move! Which I'm pretty sure it may not have been when he set that up. At least I hope not. That would have been freaking miserable. Ooh, a round tear. Cool, yeah. I mean, since it's here. Okay, that just... You know. I mean, hey, you know, it's free. I don't have to actually do anything to get it, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think I can use these against the, this homie right here. I'll wait. That. And then it's, that. There we go. Very good. Alright. Now we can go in here and get the goodie. Grab that. And Mark of the Ranger. Legendary enchantment. Nah. Anyway. Let's see. I don't think I got anything else to get in this area, so let's take down this guy. Okay. Guess I gotta activate him. Oh, it doesn't work. Come on. Oh, I didn't. It's nightmares. Nice shot. Sometimes I wonder if the word nice existed during like Kratos' time period. Like, if nice would have even been in his vocabulary. I think that would have been interesting. I guess kind, good. I guess that all kind of has the same meaning. I guess it wouldn't be completely unusual. I can't really send that back at him, it'll do nothing. Look at that. Get a couple hits in, do some damage. One day you're sleeping in a fucking field of ice. The next thing you know, you're getting stepped on by a gray person. I mean, I think that would kind of suck. At least in my opinion. Like if I'm just big chilling, I'm just sleeping, all of a sudden some gray dude comes up and kicks the shit out of me. Fucking nightmares. Okay.
How are we getting down there?
I have a plan.
You do?
Do not act so surprised.
Oh, no offense, brother, but I don't even think Thor with Mjolnir in hand could get through that much ice.
Then Thor's a fool.
This should be entertaining.
Boy,
Ready.
Not the right fucking thing to use. Shit, I thought I had it. Fuck, turned right around. I did the little spinny thing again. Got me fucked that one time. I should have probably done that. Not quite real. I'll have it. I think it like slowed that one dude down and I didn't even fucking... What's that? Extra damage. Nope. At least we don't have like the really speedy heavy boys yet. Almost ate that hit. Oh hell. It's useless to do that. That got you absolutely nowhere. Oh god, now. There's two. This is an issue. Try to get the albino alpha. No, Trace, you weren't supposed to hit this set. Yes, okay, dude. I got it. You want some fucking, you want this smoke. That's okay. Now. Very good. Squeeze you in a corner. Listen, homie. It's a rough day for old boy. He's pretty angry. Got killed by a 10-year-old.
Oh, hey! You again! Come on up!
This is Sindri. Gotta keep fighting. Don't have a choice. Alrighty. Ogres are really angry. Like, they're just, like, pissed off all the time. Like, we're talking about, like, it's not, like, just a subtle anger.
Wow, that
it's
was
angry,
something, that fight. Here, catch. Well, that was a waste of a perfectly good
how
hour.
were you not seen? There is nowhere here to hide.
Oh, that. It's a little trick my people can pull. A special way of not being seen.
You can be invisible?
More like I can step into the realm between realms. And your mind doesn't understand what it's seeing, so it sees nothing at all. That's how we avoid ever having to actually use the weapons we craft. It doesn't seem to work on dragons, though.
Your brother wanted to know if you're getting enough to eat. I guess I could tell him you are.
Brock was asking about me?
Was there meat on his breath?
You let him touch this again. come on then.
So that's how Brock was in the temple right after the water drop. He stepped between realms.
Okay, now shush. I need complete silence for this. There you go.
Complete silence for tapping the hammer. You know, so the funny thing is that most ideas of, or the personification of like old school, you know, let's say creatures like elves and dwarves, like things like that. You know, dwarves are always like real chunky, real meaty, stocky little things that like beat the shit out of fucking everything they see, and they drink a lot and all that stuff. And when in actuality, and then the elves are always like the real slick fucking, at least in like Lord of the Rings case, they're like master craftsmen and they live forever and blah 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 because elves are stupid. I hate elves. But anyway, I'm a dwarf guy myself, but that's just like confirmation bias. But whatever. Anyway, no, but it's dwarves in Norse mythology are much more like sly and sneaky and not really so much elegant per se, because they're really kind of fuckers. But elves are definitely elegant, even though I don't even think elves technically existed either, but they do in a weird kind of way. They're just not the kind of elves that you see personified in common fantasy settings and stuff. But either way, like the dwarves are the ones who like master craftsmen. They like really sneaky, very strange, intricate creatures. And then, you know, it's kind of a weird personification that they use now to describe what dwarves and elves are like in most common fantasy settings, like D&D. You know, or Tolkien doing his shit, you know.
So, this planet
or other common...
Can you guess it?
Knowing you, it doesn't involve standing around here.
Correct.
But how do we move forward?
Anyway, there are a lot of, you know, the common ideas.
So what are you doing up here?
I'm on a hunt for scap slag.
Slap what?
Scap. Slag. Ores with specific impurities that are the key to unlocking all sorts of unique qualities. One man's waste product is another man's artistic medium.
Please, Atreus, please.
Well,
like,
we're off
walk
to get a
around
check
the
from
big
tip
man.
of the giant's chisel.
The big chisel buried under all the ice? Huh. Good luck with that.
Hey, Sindri, have you met Mimir?
If you mean the severed head that keeps blinking at me, please, keep it away. There is no possible way that's hygienic.
Oh, that's nice. Lovely to see you too, Sindri. Knob.
Why? Is that a piece of my braided mistletoe arrow adorning your quiver strap? Oh, a little memento of your good pal, Sindri? I'm so terribly touched.
Okay, we'll move on. We need to do something having to do with that. I think. This is stupid. Can't exactly remember how to.
Careful! My shop's right here!
Relax. Big hair.
We heading into that building?
Yes.
Do you think there's something inside that'll help us break the ice and get to the chisel tip?
No.
I'll keep thinking.
Big hair. Really, really large hair. Like that fucking hair is like bigger around than my dick or something. I mean, definitely is. It's like bigger around than branches on trees. It's fucking ridiculous. Like imagine how thick hair is on a very large creature like that. Like how big around it is. Like, what would that even feel like? Like just like a really, like, I guess it kind of would be like a tree, like the stick of a tree or like a vine. Really weird. I think it's like just like a bunch of little hairs, like all in one thing, or is it just like a really big hair that's like real fuzzy? I don't know. Think too much about that stuff. Okay, we got our first traveler. That's good. It's gonna be kind of annoying. Okay, he's gonna turn. Using swords like that would be so annoying. You would like, they're like changing your center of gravity. Like, they're too heavy. I don't know, maybe not in his case. I don't know, he's a pretty big guy. Yeah, travelers don't give a fuck about getting hit. They don't care about you parrying them. They honestly like, until you break that armor, you're not gonna do a lot for them. I shouldn't do that. So dodging backwards is useless. This is gonna hit you. Bastards. I hate y'all. Oh shit. Why even still fight? He still got armor on, just not plate.
That was a long one.
Some of his stuff, we need that stuff too, because the only way we can build the Traveler's armor is to kill them and get their stuff. Though I don't really know if I'm going to go for Traveler's armor this time. I might go for something different, like the Devaka Ether, what the fuck ever it's called. Basically the, like, dwarven super armor. Like, doesn't offer as much defense, but it's more like runic and cooldown, I
You
think.
knew this place? Before?
I came here on a diplomatic mission once, trying to broker a peace between Asgard and Vanaheim. That war. So many lives lost. What I didn't know was Thor had already gone on a killing spree of giants.
What did the giants have to do with the war between the gods?
Nothing at all, lad. That's the tragedy of it. They took no side in that madness. But Odin's paranoia is surpassed only by Thor's lust for blood.
I mean, yeah, Thor is the ultimate giant killer. He's fucking unstoppable. But of course, I mean, he also kills giants because they actually pose a threat to Asgard. But that's not the point of this game. Make giants seem like they're some sort of enlightened creature when they're really not. It's pretty blasphemous, but don't remember if I can actually do thing here or not. I know I need to spin this thing, I think. So let's get back down. Okay, there we go. Now I can just push it forward. Bye. Why push it that far? I don't know if I can actually get up there or not. There's gotta be some sort of way. I just can't remember. Either way, we're going this way. Don't go down there yet. Let's go here. Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is, I guess I can push it further than that. Did you see that clip? I didn't really realize I could pull it that far, I guess. Spin! I'm not gonna start doing shit like that though, because that steals stuff from fucking Vinny. And I don't want to do that. Even though Vinny doesn't even know who the fuck I am, like, he'll never fucking know who I am. Let's go this way. Can't remember which way is the way I need to go. You know, holding on to this metal when it's like this would not only be very cold, but also very slick. In other words, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I wish I had this grip strength. I don't, which I did. I don't think any human does. The cold makes my fucking, like flexors act up. Causes a lot of pain. It's very annoying. Just gonna have to deal with it. Maybe one day I'll get surgery done or something, but who knows. Abuse the army. Up we go. You know, I've been thinking about it.
Just give the word.
And due to the fact that the work schedule that I will probably have will be different, I may stream more than I had originally planned, potentially. Not sure yet, but we'll see. Because I had originally planned 4 days a week, you know, just do it on my off days. That was stupid. But maybe I'll do it depending, because I'll have like 6 days off at a time. Maybe I'll do more.
Ooh, you got most of it.
We'll see.
Well, a stealthy plan it is not.
Now we must free the other strap.
You do?
This fucking skin texture. Makes me think. It's like how, like talking about the hair thing, you know, how big do you think your fucking fingerprints would be at this size? Like
Why are we
fucking
going up
insane.
when what we need is all the way down there?
Think.
Well, the chisel tip is under thick layers of ice, so melting it won't work.
Correct.
And there weren't any shattered crystals nearby for me to shoot, so that's not an option.
Correct.
That just leaves smashing the ice. We need something ridiculously heavy to... Oh, I get it now.
Good.
Here. Speed. Okay, we can't go that way yet.
How are we going to turn the hammer so it lands near the chisel tip?
Not possible. We cut it free, write it down, and figure out what comes next after.
So your plan involves a whole bunch of luck.
You are welcome to suggest a different one.
I mean, it's better to just try something if that's all you got, so Kratos is right.
What now?
Hold tight.
plan seems ill-advised.
Jump!
That didn't work. It only fell a little ways.
So, I'm not gonna stop here. I just want to take like a quick break. Go kind of like take a leak, get some water, all that shit. Give y'all a minute to take a break. Do whatever you need to do. Use the bathroom if you gotta use it. So yeah, I'm just gonna pause right here. It just kind of take just like a couple seconds to do this. I'll be right back. Well, that wasn't meant to happen. Okay, there we go. All right, well, hopefully y'all have taken care of what y'all need to do, and I'm ready to continue. Actually, whoop, hold on. Fury the Ice Troll again? That's that one thing. Yeah, okay. White bear. It's just a, yeah, okay. Where's the one thing, like it's like a little beam or whatever? I like the Ice Giant's Frenzy a lot more than I do most stuff. However, it's just like a, that's that Blessings of Frost. Yeah, I like this one. This one's good. Gotta use XP to upgrade this, and I'm going to do that. God! You want me to pay that much? Jesus. I do like Ice Giant's Frenzy, though. It is really good. It does good stun and all that. But I like this a lot because it's just like pure damage. I keep the stun, most of the stun-based stuff in this. Even though that does no stun right now. Would be worth investing in. Let's see. This is just going to give us one extra stun. Stun. We want as much stun as possible, so that's why I'm gonna keep this. Let's see. Just yet. Murder Crows is really good if you're wanting to do good damage. I like Wrath of the Wolf though. Get some skills. Ranged combat, that's always good. Nothing wrong with going into some ranged stuff. White. Well, we'll dump a couple more extra in there. They're not too expensive. This is like Hunter Killer. It's just like fucking tag a bunch of enemies and the axe will do the rest. It's useful, but it's not really that great, you know. It's good if you haven't got the aggro yet and you're wanting to do a little damage to everything, but otherwise it's pretty much pointless. Let's see what kind of stuff we can get that's cheap. Gotta go for the stuff that's 1,000 or under, or like maybe 2,000 and under. We do need to do this. It's cheap too. Like Atreus' abilities aren't incredibly expensive, which is one of the things. Like until you get to the lower tiers and stuff. But that's one of the things I like about his stuff. It's just relatively cheap. Damage. Let's do this. I got room for one more. Get anything else over here? If you're wondering why I haven't bought the switch stance thing yet, like, honestly, I hardly ever use it. I should, because there's some really good attacks you can get with this ability. But I'm just gonna keep it this way for now. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of a little, pretty decently long segment. It's kind of a pain in the ass. you're not careful, you can fuck it up, and then you're just in the shit. I only got 2 extra cooldown now. God, that's like, it's pretty impressive cooldown time. We'll not worry about that for right now. Let's go ahead and go in here and do
this. The floor's
this.
collapsed. There's a sand bowl, but how do we get to it?
We cannot.
Okay, I just needed to throw a punch and it would show me.
Look here.
Oh, Atreus, you got it? Okay, hit
What
square.
does it
Okay, got
say?
you.
When time itself is disarrayed, the forward path is retrograde. Retrograde? It's backwards?
Those symbols. The seasons?
Yeah, but the order's all jumbled. Shouldn't it be winter, spring, summer, autumn?
Why start with winter?
It's from a song Mother used to sing.
Don't I know that one? Winter that
Quiet, head.
doesn't like music either. Got it.
The winter, spring, summer. So here's guys, that's the thing. Like winter was kind of their starting season for them.
There.
Vetter, Vauer, Sumar, Haust. It didn't work, but I know that's the order in the song Mom sang.
There.
House, Sumar, Var, Vetter. Yes!
Atreus. That word.
Thola. It means endure.
Try it.
Thola.
Well done, lad.
Write it again.
Thola. Horizon! The energy's lifting the platform.
Keep writing.
Thola. Thola.
Yeah, I figured it was probably going to be backwards because I was like,
Head. How is this possible?
this is right and it's the
I
right
guess
order he's
temple
saying,
magic.
but we'll just do it
Dangerous
backwards.
stuff the High Vanir gods used to play around with. The ability to freeze time. Happened to be a favorite of Njord himself, in fact.
Used to. Why did they stop?
Well, turns out stopping time keeps the sun and moon from streaking across the sky. Unfortunately, it does not stop the wolves that chase them, always looking to sink their teeth in. After that, they decided it was best to leave time alone.
Can't get to the ball!
Kind of like knocked him off the side. That's the best way. We can kill him too. We can do it, but knock him off the edge. That's the best. Wasn't entirely what I was aiming to do, but time does not go down when I do that either.
The energy's lifting. It's halfway empty.
Okay, listen up. Fuck you up. Then right. Oh shit, we're not talking about that.
It's clear!
Back to
Back to the
writing
bowl.
before the floor collapses.
You can fuck this up and then you're back at the bottom again. so well, you have to be fast. That's why I wanted to take a leap before I did this. Getting closer. Enemies are. Oh! I need to get. Or kill him. Either one of the two. It just needs to be done. That's gonna be it. Oh, that popped off. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I know a Trace. Help. Bastard. All time minute.
We're good.
Good? Okay. I think we got one more encounter, maybe. Yep. These guys before it gets too fucking late. You need to be ready. The hunter-killer ability is actually useful against them. Okay, do that before it gets too late. I end up attacking them. I'm screwed. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's actually more useful than I thought it would be.
Left side!
Die.
Look, we're almost to the top.
I'm glad that I used that ability, actually. That came in mighty handy at that moment. Oh, shit. How'd I do that?
Whoa! Father, the bullet dropped away. Switching arrows. Move up.
Jump!
Nice.
You did well,
Thanks.
the boy.
Just having a little fun, you big grump.
Alright. Did that. Now we can drop the hammer.
Well, there it is. How are we going to get it free?
A push.
But
Trust me. Ready. Dig in and push with everything.
yes, sir. How do we get down?
We jump.
Really?
Come.
Really? That's a great idea. I'm with that.
Do not panic.
Why would I panic?
Because of
I
that.
have you.
You're You're cracked, you know that?
Well. Good. We should keep moving.
Anything that way? Just wanted to be sure.
The chisel tip.
Give the man credit. He has a talent for destroying things.
Remember that head.
Never leaves my mind.
So, here's the deal. We shouldn't be very far from the chisel. Once we get to the chisel, there's gonna actually be a boss fight at the chisel. So,
Over there.
shut up, Trace. Here's the question. I can get to the chisel, we can get the chisel, or we can stop here, get the chisel next time, and then move on. It's up to y'all what I do, because like I want to try to play some Star Citizen, but I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna stream Star Citizen, but I'm just saying, it's an option if you want me to just go ahead and get the chisel now, or if you want me to wait, because I have a little time. I mean, it's only 11:21.
There's something over there.
So. Because, like, I'm gonna be, you know, with my, chatting with my roommate the whole time. So, and plus the game does not run very well. It's not very well optimized, and I just don't want to stream it. It's gonna be boring. Like, it's literally just gonna be mining. Well, I do want to play that today. I'm not saying I have to do that right now. That's why I'm asking y'all if you want me to continue. I can just move on, get the chisel, and then that's it. Yeah, I mean, that's true, but that's still your decision. So, I mean, that's up to y'all. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter. Like, if you want me to fucking finish, you want me to just stop here, go play Star Citizen, and then, you know, so I can hop on, like, that's fine. But if you'd rather me just fucking, you know, get the chisel and delay a little bit, like, that's all you. Because I don't know if Bailey's in chat anymore. He may be busy right now. Oh. He could be behind. He usually is a little bit behind on some stuff. You're a little faster when it comes to replying. Oh yeah, it's up to y'all. I mean, like I said, I can go get the chisel and complete the boss fight, and then we're done. Like, on the spot. Or we can stop here. Snow must be pretty deep. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Alrighty then. Head to save up. Oh, next time we're gonna fucking we'll get the chisel. I'll show we'll fight the boss, get the chisel. And then I will show the one of the little Mystic Gateway thingies. And that'll be that. There's still a pretty decent portion of the game left. I think we're probably, I would say, yeah, that's true, you're right. I would say what remains of the game is probably like, I'd say 2/3 or so. Not really entirely sure. Like, the full game itself, there's definitely a lot left, but, like, this little tiny bit, you know. Especially if we do some of the extra stuff. I do want to go do the Fafnir stuff next stream, and we'll do some more side quests and stuff. That was part of the reason why it took a little bit longer today to get to the chisel. I could have got to the chisel and then just be done, but so here's the I'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll do like some AI dungeon or let me think. I'm wanting to do Destroy All Humans probably Monday, but I have a lot going on Monday, so maybe not. I might do Destroy All Humans tomorrow instead. I'm not sure. I'll decide. It probably will be AI Dungeon, though. I do need to move on with some more of the requested games. I do need to try to do Dragon's Dogma some more. But due to how Dragon's Dogma was acting when I was playing it, it was a little bit strange, but I think I got some stuff worked out. We'll see what I can do, because I thought it was kind of a little poorly optimized, because it kind of was. It's a port. We'll see what we can do with that. Maybe by next weekend, maybe. We'll see by next weekend if I can get something that's on one of the worst games of all time list. But that's just... I'm trying to kind of wait, maybe, spread those out because there's so few of them. So, maybe I'll expand the list a little bit more to some more mediocre games that are like 50% below, maybe? I'll see. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and stop for now. Thanks for fucking joining in and watching and all that stuff. I still haven't edited the streams of this so that I can put them up on YouTube. I promise that I will get those done this week, because you know, I don't have a lot to do. I really do need... I've kind of like... Some stuff that I had in my routine needs to get cut out of my routine, and I need to change some stuff up. I'm probably going to end up spending more time in the gym than I think, than I already do for sure. But that's like just whatever. Obviously, I'll still be back before... If I can get up earlier, I'll be back before it's too late. But either way, before it gets like too late in the morning, I should say. And then, you know, I've got all these appointments to go to and do all this extra shit, so I'm like kind of packed. But I'll try to get at least one of them reviewed and edited before the end of next week, and maybe at least try, like I said, at least one. At most, I'll try to get, you know, all 3 of the previous streams or so done, get this one ready to upload, all that shit. So, but anyway, thanks for fucking stopping by, watching the fucking stream. You know, I always appreciate it, even if it's just like the same regular 2 people, or, you know, if it's just like a random person, or if one person stops by for fucking 10 minutes and leaves, you know, like that's still good to me. Like, I'm not here to fucking impress the whole entire crowd of people. I'm just here to play the game and have a good time. So I'm going to move on and go play some Star Citizen, and for those of y'all that I play with, I will see y'all later. For those of y'all that I don't play with, we will be here next weekend. So, go ahead and get... there's XSplit. Let's go ahead and get this brought up. Hide that. And, yep, thanks for stopping by. See you next time.